Here we go. All right, hello and welcome to a session of FitEssentials Basics. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through our session together today. Once we do a couple warm-up exercises from standing, we are going to be making our way down to the floor. So whether you have a floor area that you can work on, if you want to lie on your bed, we're going to be doing a little bit for the low back and the glute to open up those hips and such. If for some reason you can't get down on the floor, can't get on a bed or a couch, just hang out with us and we'll be back to standing for the rest of the session after that. All right, let's go ahead and come on up to our feet. We'll start with our spinal cord breathing. All right, so as you come to your feet, kind of walk your feet in so that they're just underneath the hips. You want all your toes and feet pointing straight ahead. From there, check in with your posture. We're gonna have a soft bend in the knees. You wanna make sure that you're not arching the back. So kind of rock the hips back, pull the belly in towards the spine. Next, we're gonna circle those arms around. Bring your forearms together, palms together, and then you're gonna gently exhale and tuck your body into a ball, chin to the chest, bowing forward. And now we're gonna reverse that on our inhale. So we're gonna breathe in, standing tall, divide the arms, squeeze the glutes, and turn your head towards the sky. Good job. And now we're gonna close it back down. Exhale, tucking down into a ball, chin towards the chest. And see if you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're gonna get about 3 more cycles here, lifting the head and chest, squeezing the back side to support that low back, and bowing down and in. Good, twice more. Lift and open, try to lift up tall out of those hips. Exhale, relax, close it down and in. Final time. Lift, broaden, turn the head to the sky. And then final exhale of this sequence, tucking on down. Maybe exhale just a little bit longer than you normally would, nothing to get dizzy. And on your next inhale, relax the arms down and just standing nice and tall. Fantastic. From here, we're gonna walk those feet out, keep that soft bend in the knees, and we're gonna go into our torso rotations next. Arms out, stretched, and then interlace those hands in front of the body. Good, with that soft bend in the knees, ever so gently, you're gonna pull your body towards one side, looking over that shoulder with the head and neck. And then you're gonna breathe in, come back to center, and then gently exhale as you take your body to the opposite side. Think about pulling that arm around. Good, once more each way. Breathe in, back to center. Think about keeping those shoulders down out of your ears as you do this. Long neck. Good, back to center on the inhale, and final time. Gently exhale, looking over that shoulder, pulling the body across. Good, back to center. And relax those arms down. Good, from here, just a little gentle side stretch. It's not side stretch, side step and arm swing. Close and open, close and open. Good job. Shoulders back and down. Alternating which arm crosses in front, which arm opens up. Very good. All right, next we're gonna check in with our length of the back side of the body with a little toe touch. So walk the feet in, back to like that breathing position we did, just underneath the hips with a soft bend in the knees. We're gonna pull the belly in towards the spine, chin towards the chest, and just as far as you're confident, you're gonna slide the hands down the legs, seeing how close you can confidently reach for the toes, not forcing. If you're okay to hang out here on the bottom for a moment, breathe into your back, just one nice deep breath. And then on that next breath, you're gonna gradually tuck your hips under, make your way back up to standing. Very good. From here, step your feet a little bit wider. Take your hands onto your low back, so pull those shoulders back. Keep that bend in your knees, squeeze the glutes, and just ever so gently looking up. Squeeze the bum, support the low back, and come out of that. All right, we're gonna repeat that one more time. So toe touch into just a little bit of low back extension. So hands back to the thighs, chin to the chest, belly button pulls in. Slide down, reaching for those toes. Never forcing, just lengthening. One nice deep breath into the back of the body. And then on that next breath, gradually making your way on up to the top. Gradually standing. Roll those shoulders back. Good. Walk the feet a little bit wider. Hands on that low back. And just ever so gently squeeze the glute, shift the hips forward, and look up towards the ceiling. Good, and rest. Fantastic. All righty, Shirley, if your camera, if you want it to be off, that's fine, but I just so you know that we can't see your face today, if you want to turn it back on. And then from here, everyone, we're going to make our way either to your bed, to the floor, somewhere down on the ground where you can lie on your back. All righty. So whatever you need to do to get down there, if you want to use a chair to kind of slowly lower yourself on down. We're going to be doing 3 rounds of these exercises on our back. So you'll have some time to kind of learn what we're doing if you don't know it at first. Grab my stopwatch. All righty, so just take your time, slowly lower back and down. And if you are not able to join us right now, you can mimic it the best you can from a chair. So as we start on our back here, we're going to go ahead and pull the legs into our chest. So if you happen to be seated or something, you can just go one leg at a time. Otherwise, pull both legs up and in and just hug those legs into the chest and gently rock yourself side to side. Just loosening up that low back to start. And we're going to be doing some bridges of the hips next. Glute bridge is our first exercise. All right, so for that glute bridge, you're going to keep the knees bent. You're going to place your feet on the floor about hip width apart. And then from here, when you're ready, you're going to roll your pelvis back. So you're going to pull your low back into the floor and then think about lifting your hips off the ground, like one segment at a time. So you're going to gradually raise your hips up, try to bring them up towards the ceiling. You don't have to prove anything here on this first rep, just as far as you're comfortable, and then gradually taking them back down. We're going to spend a minute practicing this movement here. So you'll lower it back down, rest as needed, and then when you're ready, roll the low back into the floor, gradually raise those hips up. And we're trying to use this to wake up the back side of the body. So try to squeeze the bum open and then down and relax. So we're going to take about another 30 seconds there. I'm going to come a little bit closer. I can't see anybody on the screen today. Good. 10 more seconds. Job. Finish that last rep and then go ahead and rest. You're going to stay in that same position. This next exercise is called an abdominal draw. So that means you're going to draw your abdomen in. Think about if I had a little whoopee cushion or a small balloon, I'm going to place it underneath your low back. And then your job is to pull that low back towards the floor and hold that flat. From here, you're going to slide your heel. So I'm going to take one foot, slide it straight out, nice and controlled as I'm holding this low back position. And then I'm going to slide it back up and in. From there, I can kind of rest the core as needed. And then again, I'm going to pull the belly in, push that low back into the floor. Imagine you're trying to flatten that whoopee cushion. Now the opposite leg, heel is going to slide. Slide that leg straight and then slide that heel back up and into that bent knee position. And that's our movement, alternating sides. So let's get about 2 more on each leg. Slide the leg out. And remember, if you haven't joined us, we're going to do this twice more after this. Slide the leg in, low back, pull strong, rest as needed. Draw that belly in, and then opposite foot. Just moving at your own tempo here, out and back. Good. I'll go one more time each leg. Slide it out. Gradually slide it in. Resting as needed. I pull the belly in towards the floor. Flatten that low back. And last time, second leg. Slide it out. Slide it in. And rest when you finish that. Great job. For that rest, we're going to go back to the leg double kneaded chest. You can just hold the legs in, or you can rock your body side to side. All right, very nice. So that's cycle 1. We're going to go back to that glute bridge. So once you know the movement, instead of staring at the screen, just kind of center your head and you want to be looking straight up. So with the knees bent, glute bridge next. When you're ready, rock your hips back, pull the belly in, and then gradually lift your hips up off the ground. Pushing your hips up towards the sky, hold it to the top, and then down and relax, nice and gradual. We're going to spend a minute here practicing this movement. Breathe as you move. Try to avoid holding the breath. And now focus on the neck position as well. Pull the chin in towards the chest. Squeeze the bum, down and relax. And you can either rest the hands on the front of the hips, that's where I was doing it first, or just have the hands resting at the sides. Halfway through. If you can imagine you're trying to lengthen through that low back as you lift those hips up, gradually lower down. Maybe one more. Keep those knees driving wide, pushing through your feet, and squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the bum, squeeze, and all the way down, and rest. Good job. Take about 15 seconds. Abdominal draw with heel slides next. So when you're ready, you're going to think about that whoopee cushion underneath the low back. Pull the belly in, draw the abdomen in, and now heel slides as you hold that low back flat. Slide one heel out. Keep the belly pulled in as you slide it back, that bent knee position, and then feel free to kind of rest in between sides. When you're ready, activate the abdomen, pulling the belly in, and then opposite leg this time. Slide the foot out, slide that foot up and in. Good, and rest. Take about another 30 seconds, just alternating legs. Very good. Look to strengthen the lower abdomen, build that stability support for the low back. Maybe one more on each leg. Slide it out, slide it in. Last time, second side. Good, and go ahead and rest. Excellent. All right, from here, if you are not on the ground with us, you can join us for this next stretch. You're gonna pull your right knee towards your chest. You can also do this seated. And then let's go ahead and roll those ankles around. So ankle roll on that right foot. Think about 5 to 8 circles, one direction. Very good. And then when you're ready, you're going to turn that ankle the other way. Lift the toes, point the toes, circle it around the other direction. Very nice. And then you're going to set that foot down. Same thing, other side. This knee can be bent or it could be straight. Left leg this time. Pull it in towards the chest. And then ankle rolls on this left foot. 5 to 8 each way. Very good. Clicking and popping through there, keeping it all moving. Go ahead and change directions of that foot. Lift the toes, point the toes, and circle it all around. All right, everyone, we've got one more round. Glute bridges and heel slides. So when you're ready, both knees bent, both feet flat on the ground. All right, 2, 1, and here we go. Rocking the hips back and then gradually rocking them up and forward. Squeeze the back side of the body, bridging those hips, and gradually bring it on down. Good. These are fantastic exercises to do first thing in the mornings, before you get up out of bed. You just spend some time, loosen up your low back, pulling the legs in towards the chest. And then activate the back side of the body. You can gradually open those hips, kind of set yourself up, and loosen up that low back before you get out of bed to start the day. Good, there you go. Hey, good to see your face. Thanks for getting your cameras on, lowering those hips down. Maybe one more time. Gradually lift those hips up, pulling the chin in towards the chest, and then all the way down, slowly lower. Very good. We'll take about 10 seconds to rest, and then we'll do our last set of those heel slides. So nice deep breath. When you're ready, remember we've got that low back flat, so pull it in. Imagine that whoopee cushion. We're pushing all the air out, and then holding that position of the abdomen, slide the leg. Slide one leg out. Keep that belly pulled in as you slide it back. That's a great time to rest. In between sides, pull the belly in. And slide the heel. Moving with control. Good. Get 1 or 2 more on each side. Second side, second leg. Good. And finish it out. Up, down, last time. And rest. Fantastic. All right. Take a nice deep breath. And then when you're ready, those of you on the floor or on your bed, just take your time. You're just roll to one side, making your way up to hands and knees. Good. And this is where if you have like a bench or your chair nearby, you can utilize that bench or chair to help get up off the ground. Placing the hands down, stepping 1 foot forward. You can use the upper body as much as needed. All righty. Take a moment here. Once you come up to standing, we'll get some water. I'm going to get my hat back on. Got some good sunshine. We've had rain this morning. We've had sun. We've had rainbows. We've had all the weather here in Colorado this morning. I guess not all. No snow or hail or wind. All right, everybody. As you come back on up to your feet, we're going to do a behind the back stretch. Get ready for the next piece. So feet walk nice and wide. Just kind of take your time if you're getting caught up to us. Pull those ribs down and in. Keep that soft bend in the knees. And then if you can interlace the hands behind you, you're going to interlace those fingers, extend those arms, lift through the chest, and then root down into your legs. If you feel confident for that forward fold, hips back, raise those arms straight up behind you. Good job. Lower the head down as well. 1 or 2 breaths here. Try to expand those ribs. Good. On that next breath, come on up to the top. And shake it out. Good job. From here, we're going to go side stretch, starting with that cross body stretch. So hands on the hips. Let's take your right foot, step it behind you. So you're in that stagger stance position. Right hand by the right shoulder. Good. So we're going to get some rotation through the torso here. You're going to kind of shift back towards that right side, rock the hips forward, and then reach across towards the left side. Keep the hand about shoulder height to start. Pulling the hand back, rocking the hips back. And now we're just going to kind of use this to gradually reach a little bit farther. Going to kind of use this to open up the shoulder. Keep that shoulder blade moving along the rib cage, reaching across, lowering that head down as you reach, looking up as you come back to the front. Good. Then reach a little bit higher, like over the head and back. Nice, Diane. One more there. Up and across, reaching over the head and back. Good job. Stay where you are. And now we're going to go into a traditional side stretch. So up and across, seeing if you can bring the hand over the head. Nice. And down. We're going to go 2 more there. Over and up. Trying to reach the hand straight over the head. Beautiful. Nice long side stretch. 1 more. Down, up, and reaching across. Wonderful. Shake it out. Good job. Walk that back foot in. Back to our side step arm swing in between legs. Good. And notice here, I'm just trying to alternate which arm crosses over as I step it forward, as I cross those arms forward. Good. And then I'm rotating those palms forward, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Fantastic. All right, let's balance out that body. So right hand on the right hip, left foot steps back just a bit. Keep your feet hip width apart. You don't want to feel like you're on the tightrope for this. Left hand by that left shoulder. When you're ready, rotate towards the left and then rotate forward. Shoulder height to start, reaching straight across. I like to breathe in as I come back to the start and then exhale gently, reaching across a little bit higher this time. Good, breathe in, bringing it back and exhale, reaching across. Good, 2 more. And then we'll go over the head, about forehead height if you can, reaching a little bit higher over. 1 more here, back and across. Nice, Shirley. Great reach. Over and back. Good. Keep yourself nice and square. And now we go straight overhead as able. Up and over. Good. Breathe in, back. Nice, Diane. This side's a little bit tighter for you. Straight up, reaching over. There you go. 1 more time. Down. And just think about lengthening. Lengthen that side body. And rest. Beautiful. Back to center. All right. Very good. All right. What do we have coming up next? We're going to be working some sumo deadlifts. I'm going to start you out with a good morning on the first round. If you're comfortable with the deadlift, And if you'd want to do all 3 rounds of the deadlift, you can go ahead and go into that. Otherwise, follow along with me. Our second exercise is going to be either an elevated push-up or your plank. So on those push-ups, we're going to watch. We don't want to wing the elbows wide. Let me show you from straight on here. So we don't want to go wide with the elbows, but want to kind of keep them back and in, protect those shoulders. Okay, so keep them in nice and tight. I'm going to give you a full minute to practice this, but you don't have to stay down here for a minute. You don't have to do push-ups for the full minute. You can always hold the plank, and anytime you need a break, just walk the feet in and come up out of that. And then you're either going to stand tall or I'm going to sit down for the first round. We're going to be doing that knee to elbow on one side of the body for 30 and then on the other side of the body for 30. As I mentioned, we're going to go to the first round from seated. One second. Let me just put a little bit of a blanket over that chair because it's gotten quite hot in the sun. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate some good mornings to start. If you want to hold some weights, you can hold a weight right up underneath the chin. I'm going to demo without on the first round. Check in with the feet. We want them pointing straight ahead for this movement. And now we're going to utilize those exercises we did from the start. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Soft bend those knees. And when you're ready, you're going to send your hips back, bowing forward, looking down towards the floor. Push through the legs, standing tall, squeeze the glutes. Good. Those of you here live with me, if you could just turn towards the side, I can give you the best cues if I can see you from the side. There you go. Straight down and straight up. Good. Thanks, Diana. I was just about to ask to adjust. Perfect. Long spine, bowing forward. Yep. And straight up from there. Good. Shirley, try not to round through the mid-back as you do this one. Think about from the hips. I want to push my hips back. There you go. Bend at the waist. That's better. And then push through your feet, squeeze the glutes, stand tall. Good, soft bend those knees. Belly pulled in towards the spine. It's going to be 2 more here. Bowing forward, standing up nice and tall. And one more time. Chest tall, chest broad, long spine, bowing down, and straight up from there. Fantastic. All right, let's make our way to the plank next. Option of working those push-ups. So walking forward. You can use a tabletop for this, a countertop. I'm using the seat of a chair here. The lower you are to the ground, the harder it's going to be. So walk the feet back, pulling that belly in towards the spine, and then your choice if you want to work those push-ups. You lower the chest down, elbows towards the side, and then driving away. Just watch that those hips don't drop down. So keep those hips elevated, control in, and drive tall. Very good. Beautiful. As far down as you're confident. Yep. Breathing in, controlling down, driving away. Good. If you're doing those push-ups, maybe one more. Driving up. That's 30 seconds. If you want to come off your hands, you can, or you can hold this plank for the second 30. Chin in, looking straight down towards the hands. Belly pulled in throughout. Very good. That's 45 seconds. Keeping a soft bend in those elbows. Woo. Good. Shirley, hips are starting to drop a little bit. Lifting those up, holding strong. And 3, 2, 1. Come off those hands. Walk those feet in and come on up. Woo. All righty. Good. From here, if you know the knee to elbow and want to do it standing from the start, go ahead. Otherwise, join me seated. Here you are, Laura. Technology today, huh? All right. As you come to seated or standing, you want to pull everything up and in. We're going to start with your left arm and the right knee. So when you're ready, you're going to pull the elbow towards the knee, try to make contact, and then open. We're going to stay on that side of the body. So sometimes we alternate. Today, we're going to go all on one side, and then we'll switch. Open it up. Good. Pull it together. And then shoulders back and down here as you come to that upright position. Down and in. Open. Good. 10 more seconds. I like to breathe in as I sit or stand tall and gently exhale as I pull it together. Good. Nice, Diane. Open. Last one. Close. And let's rest those arms down. Whew, shake it out. Roll those shoulders back and down. Relieve that tension. When you're ready, same thing other side. So sit or stand nice and tall. This time, your right arm to the left knee. 2, 1. Here we go. Pulling it up and together best you can. Good. And up. Nice. Try to lift the leg if you can. Try to bring it up to meet the knee or meet the elbow. And down. Good. If for any reason you can't lift the leg, then yeah, you could just bow forward, bring the elbow towards the other leg. If you can lift the leg, work that hip flexor a little bit. Open and close. 10 seconds left. Sit tall, pull those shoulders back. Maybe one more. And open. Good. Relax it down. If you were standing there, please join us in the chair. We're going to do a couple stretches before we jump up for the next round. So we're going to do our seated toe touch here, sitting tall, belly button pulled in, and then just slide the hands down, pull the chin to the chest. You determine how far down do you want to reach. We're going to get a gentle stretch into the low back. Tuck the chin in towards the chest as well. And then let's take 2 cycles of breathing here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. And when you're ready, make your way back up to seated. All righty, fantastic. If your water's nearby, go ahead and grab a drink. We're going to come back to standing. And on this round, if you have a weight that you're comfortable to pick up off the ground, we're going to be doing some deadlifts. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can stick with that good morning that we did on that first round. All right, we'll get started here in about 20 seconds. All right, so if you're using a weight, let me use the dumbbell here. I'm going to have it vertically placed, and I'm going to walk my feet a little bit wider so I have some space to hold the weight right between my legs. Now, I don't want to have my shoulders forward, so I'm going to lift the chest, pull the shoulders back with that soft bend in the knees. Belly pulls in towards the spine, and now from here, long spine, bending forward at the hips, squeeze the glutes and stand. There you go. Sending the hips back, keeping that weight right between the legs, and straight up from there. Good. Keep those shoulders pulled back. That's it. Sending those hips long and stand. Yep. Just keep thinking bending at the waist. That looks better, Shirley. Make sure you have that soft bend in the knees. I can't see the legs for most of you. So knees push wide as the hips drive back. Good. It's a little over 30 seconds. We'll go about another 15 here. Control down. Stand tall. Yep. Over and straight up. Good. One more. Down, down, down. Looks great, Laura. And standing tall. Fantastic. If you were using a weight there, go ahead and set it down. Making our way back to that upper body hold for the push-ups. Oh no, here comes our hound dog. Soft bend in those knees, reaching those hands out just underneath the shoulders. Good, you're gonna walk your feet into position, and now don't let those hips drop down, so keep the hips lifted up. Here we go, option to lower your chest towards that surface, midline tight, pushing straight away. Yep, elbows keep in towards the sides, and then drive strong through the hands. Good, Diane, those look great. Controlling down, staying tight, pushing up. There you go, Shirley. Yep, down and up. Yep. Good. And Shirley, just make sure you don't let those hips sink forward. So you only want to move that upper body as you lower down, driving away. Good, we're over 30 seconds in. So if you've held this long, feel free to take a break. You can rest from those push-ups and just hold that top position. Breathing here, pushing through those shoulders. Good, 10 seconds. Lifting up, holding strong. And 3, 2, 1, everybody come on out. Awesome job. All righty, I'm gonna demo from the chair once again. If you want to do it standing, it's gonna look a little bit like this. I'll save that for round 3. Otherwise, we'll start here in about 10 seconds, coming down to the chair. All right, so either sit or stand nice and tall. Pull the shoulders down as you wing those arms nice and wide. So we don't want to be up here, right? Broad chest. And then when you're ready, left arm to the right knee. Breathe in, sit or stand tall. And then exhale as you pull it all together. Good. Sitting tall. And I see if you don't want to lift the leg up, if anything's going on with the hip flexors, you can just bow forward and stand tall. Good. So either elbow towards the knee or knee and elbow towards each other. Beautiful. 10 seconds left. Exhale, pull it together. Inhale, open. Beautiful. Maybe one more. And rest those arms down. Woo. Good job. Shake it out. Just get a good shake in there. Release those traps. All right. 5 seconds, opposite side of the body. Pull them up, retract it back. So broad chest here. And then when you're ready, right elbow towards your left knee. Breathe in, sit tall. Gently exhale. Good. Nice. Exaggerate that tall position each time. Keeping the neck long, shoulders down. Beautiful. 10 seconds. So we're working the brain here as much as we work in that midline. A little bit of hip flexor strength, lifting that knee up, lifting the foot up. Good. And last one. And rest. Whew. Good. Relax those arms down. We're going to go one more round here. Let's give a little relief to that upper body and those traps before we come back to our feet. So you can do this standing too if you're not seated. Breathe in, elevate those shoulders up and into the ears. And then we're going to train them on the exhale. Pull them down. Good. Twice more. Inhale, elevate the shoulders. And then exhale, retract them back and down. Good. Once more. Breathe in, elevate, and exhale, depress. Wonderful. All right, we'll take 30 seconds, make our way back to the feet, grabbing some water. And we're gonna go another round of the deadlifts. If you wanna pick something up off the ground, you can also be holding one weight in each hand here. If I have one weight in each hand, I can hold it on the outside of my legs if it feels a little bit awkward to hold it on the insides. So that's how I'll demo this last round. Shoulders back, standing tall. All the other concepts are the same. Belly button pulled in. And now when you're ready, you're gonna follow me here, hinging at the waist, bowing down. This is how we wanna practice picking up our laundry baskets, picking up our grocery bags. Long spine, hips go back, soft bend in those knees, and standing tall. If you're someone that it's tough for you to touch your toes, don't feel like you have to go all the way to the floor. Imagine the handles of that those grocery bags, right? They're usually about at least the height of your shins, if not all the way to your knees. So that's the range of motion you can mimic. Bowing down, hands stay close to the legs. Very good. Long spine, send those hips back. Good, see it, Diane, there you go. Nice. Push the butt back and standing straight up and down. Awesome. Maybe one more. Nice and strong. Push the legs, squeeze the bum, and take a pause. Beautiful. If you were holding weights, set those down. And final time on that push-up or holding that plank. All righty. Wide handprint to have a good support through the upper body. Place the hands down. Pull the belly in as always, supporting that back. And keep your feet about hip width apart. All right, when you're ready, if you want to lower down, keep those elbows in towards the sides. Good. And Shirley, watch those hips. So the hips are starting to drop forward. I want to see those hips stay up as you lower your chest down. So chest lowers down and hips stay up, pushing away. Good, come on back to the top, nice. There you go, and then from here, good focus. Just make sure you don't want to have any pinching in that low back as you hold this position or as you move through. That looks better, Shirley. There you go. And then really strong, push to those arms. Nice, for over 30 seconds in. Anytime that you feel like, I don't think I have any more push-ups in me, then just stay at the top of the push-up, holding that plank. So I'm just gonna hold from the top here. We've got about another 10 seconds. Nice, Laura. Good, Shirley, then just stay at the top to finish it out. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Awesome job. Walk it in. All right, final knee to elbow. So please feel free, if your balance is a little unsteady, repeat it in the chair. If you feel like you want an extra challenge, then join me here standing. I am gonna demo with like a balance here on one side of the body. So we're gonna start with your left arm to the right knee. Pull everything up and in, either seated or standing. 2, 1, Here we go. So elbow towards that opposite knee and open everything up. Good. Good. If you feel like your balance is steady and you don't need to hold on, you can keep both arms out. And we're just watching to stabilize through the hips. So keep lifting up. Breathe in to open. Exhale as you close. Good. This is a challenging one, so stay patient. Nice. Can be one more. Open and rest those arms down. Good job. Seated or standing, shake it out. Woo. All right, and let's get ready for that second side. So sit tall, stand tall, arms out to the side, and here we go. Pulling the elbow towards that opposite knee. Good. Those of you standing have a really solid support to that downside leg. Taking your time. Good. Breathing in and gently exhale. Breathe in, shoulders down out of the ears. Nice. Good. Couple more. And last one. And go ahead and rest. Woohoo! Good. Shake out those arms without slapping them into anything. All right, those of you that are standing, join me back in the chair. We're going to do one more stretch from seated, and then we'll get into our final rotation. Whew. All right, great job, everybody. We're going to do our seated twist with our shoulder rolls. So sit tall, left hand reaches around, grab that right thigh. You can keep the feet flat, or you can cross that right leg over. And then right hand to the right shoulder. Exaggerate how tall can you sit. Pull into that thigh to rotate your body, looking over that right shoulder, and then let's go backwards circles. So elbows, circles. Imagine coming to pumpkin season, right? Still August, but hey, we've got some pumpkins growing here at the yard. Elbow up and back like you're trying to trace a nice little small pumpkin. Breathing as you move, still trying to pull your body into that twist. Let's go 2 more circles, up and back, and up and relax. Beautiful. Uncross the legs if you chose that option. We're gonna do our seated cat-cow in between sides. So make sure you're nice and planted through your feet, sitting up out of your sit bones, and we're gonna bring the hands just above the knees. Good. So cat-cow in between sides. So we're gonna pull the belly in, roll those shoulders forward, tuck the head down on the exhale, and then breathe in, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, turn the head towards the sky. Good. 3 to 4 more there. Slide the hands down, tuck the head in, blow the air out, and then inhale, lift the chest, slide the hands up the thighs. Good. Few more. Rounding forward, shoulders down. Lift, proud chest, broad chest. Beautiful, Laura. Good. Twice more. There you go. Tuck it down. You got it, Shirley. Chin to the chest. Reach. Lift and breathe. Good. Final one. Roll forward, tuck down. Remember this when you're maybe watching a television program, or maybe you got a good movie and you're like, man, I feel stiff in my mid-back. Do a little seated cat-cow. All right. Good job. And then let's balance out that seated twist. Coming to the left side of your body this time. Right hand to the left thigh, option to cross that leg over, sitting tall, and then left hand to the left shoulder. Good. Pull into that thigh, looking over that shoulder, and then when you're ready, our backwards circles. So we're trying to train this left shoulder blade to sit back on our rib cage. Breathing in. Think about sitting as tall as you can on that inhale, and then gently maybe pulling a little bit more to that twist on the exhale. Keep the head turned as well. Turn the eyes. How far can you look into that left corner of your room or your yard? And when you're ready, go ahead and unwind yourself. Come on out. Excellent. All right. One more circuit. We're going to be doing some bent over rows, single arm rows. We're going to be working our sway steps, opposite arm row, and then we're going to work some march and punch. Or the option, if you're not going to be in class tomorrow, you might want to practice some squatting. So we're going to be doing some squatting tomorrow, but if you're not going to be here, I'll take you through that instead of the march and punch. And then if you have one of those long bands, That's going to be our final exercise of this circuit. We'll do our band pull aparts. If you don't have the band, you can just mimic it as if you do, and you'll get some good benefit there. All right, friends, go ahead and come back up to your feet. We're going to start with our bent over rows on your left side of the body. We'll take about 30 seconds before we jump into it. So keep your hydration going while you're here in class. And those bands are going to be the final exercise. So just kind of keep it on the side here. All right. So typically whatever surface you are using for your push-ups is going to work well here for the bent over row. Step your feet back so you have a little bit of a space. As always, belly pulled in, soft bend in those knees, and let's take your right hand, wide handprint supported on down, and grab your weight with the left. And 2, 1, here we go. Elbow comes straight up, and then reaching forward. Good. Breathe in as you reach, and then exhale on that row, building that strength, that mid back and that upper back, helping our posture so we can sit tall, have those shoulders sit back on the rib cage. Breathe in to reach, exhale on that row. Awesome position of that elbow, Shirley. Great work. Pulling it high. Excellent. Last one. Up and in, and set that weight down. Good job. Coming back up to your feet. Standing nice and tall. And now we're going to practice some balance. So bring the arms out to the side. Have your feet about hip width apart. When you're ready, imagine you're pulling up, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Shift your weight to one side of the body. You don't have to come onto one foot. You can just kind of shift the weight in between sides. Lower the arms down and then lift up. Shift sides. Beautiful. And then down and up. Balance. Whoops. It's called a sway, right? Because we're swaying from one side to the other. Train your body to kind of practice that adjustment. Okay, my center of gravity is going this way. I got to hold strong. And now we're taking it back to the other side. Sway. Good. One more time each way. Over, up. Good. We're dancing. Over, up, and rest. Awesome job. All right. Bend over row. Opposite side of the body. So I'm just going to make my way over here. You can stay with that same surface as your push-up. Soft bend in those knees. Now your left hand's going to support down and go ahead and grab that weight with your right hand. 2, 1, here we go. Reaching forward, elbows straight up in the air. Breathe in to reach. Exhale as you pull it high. Good. We're working 30 seconds on each side. While the focus is on that upper body and that shoulder blade, guess what? Your midline's working to hold that back strong. So keep pulling the belly in. Maybe one more. Reaching down, elbow high, and go ahead and rest. Super. Walking the feet up and in. All right, this is where you get the option. So you can march in place, or you're going to work on your squats. So I'll demo the squats with you the first round. You can either follow me or just march in place. So here we go. If you're doing those squats, get your feet about hip width apart, reach those arms out, drive the knees wide, sinking on down, and standing tall. Good job. So controlling back and in, eyes up, knees push out, drive and stand. Very good. So either squatting or marching here. If you're doing those squats, maybe 2 more, sinking down, standing tall. Beautiful. Last one. Back and down. Knees push out, chest up. Good. Drive your feet into the floor. Create that power and stand. Beautiful. All right, friends, if you have the band, go ahead and grab it. Shoulders down out of the ears. Reach those arms straight out in front of your body. And then when you're ready, you're going to pull some taffy. Pull it apart, bring it together. Good. Long neck here, so we don't want to have the shoulders up in the ears. We want to think broad chest and no arch in the back. So I don't want to see you swaying back. Pull the belly in. Keep those front of the ribs tucked down. Nice. Good. Do one more and rest. Beautiful. Shake it out. Set it down. That's round 1. We're going to do it twice more. Take a drink. Checking our time here. Okay. All right, we're gonna get back to the dumbbell row, left side of your body, starting in 10. So right hand supports down, walk the feet back nice and flat. 2, 1, here we go. Elbow high. Try to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice, smooth movements. Great, Diane. Yep. Reach and pull high. Awesome, Laura. I can see that elbow pulling nice and high above the torso. That's what we want. 10 seconds, everyone. One more rep, holding strong, and rest. Good. Coming up to standing, sway steps. Helicopter flying overhead. All right, walk the feet about hip width apart. Bring those arms nice and wide. And when you're ready, sway to one side. Option to come onto one leg, or just keep both feet down and shift the weight. Lift. Beautiful. Down and up. This reminds me of like Peter Pan. Over and up, lift. Excellent. Smile. It's all right if you feel goofy, so do I. Just training our body, practice. Beautiful. Let's go one more time each way. Over and up, lift. Good. And down and up, smile. Woo, and rest. Beautiful. Dumbbell row, your right arm. All right, feet about hip width apart, belly pulled in, wide handprint through that left hand. 2, 1, here we go, elbow up. So we still have Peter Pan and Tinkerbell around. They've got a string around the back of the elbow. They've got a fishing rod attached to that string. Pulling that elbow straight up towards the heavens. Nice. Long neck position. Keep that shoulder down out of the ear. 10 seconds left. Beautiful. Good, Diane. Reach and row. Nice, Shirley. Good. I see that elbow coming high. That's fantastic. Up, down, and take a rest. Woo. All right. You're welcome to repeat those squats. I'm going to demo the march for us this time, but if you're not coming tomorrow, maybe stay with the squats. 2, 1, here we go. If you're marching with me, punching across the body, lifting those knees up. Good. Breathe as you move. Stabilizing through the hips, those of you doing the punch and the march. Good, 10 seconds. Nice, Laura, good squats, crew, knees wide. And 2, 1, and rest there. Good work. Pull aparts. Grab your band. Set those feet about hip width apart, soft bend in the knees. And when you're ready, squeeze the shoulder blades. Close them and open. Yep. Everyone here looks great. Sometimes people will kind of roll their shoulders forward. So you want to keep that chest broad. Retract the shoulder blades back behind you. Nice. Halfway through. Long neck position. Squeeze it back and in. Maybe one more. Close, open, and rest. Woohoo! All right, let me check our time. I think we're just going to keep it at 2 rounds for that. Yep. And let's go ahead and keep that band in your hands if you have it, and we're going to use it to open up the chest a little bit. So we'll do our shoulder openers here. You're going to bring it up and over your head if you can. Just kind of using it as a nice little stretch to open the chest. Bringing it down in front of the body, bringing it up. Open the chest without arching the back. Good. A few more there. Forward and up. Pull the band apart as you reach overhead. Again, forward, back, open the chest. Good. Last one. Take my hat off. There goes my ponytail. All right. And now this time as you're up, see if you can bring the band down behind the back of your head. So straight back. Watch you don't lose the head forward. Chin in. And then we're just going to lift straight up and down. Again, squeeze the shoulders back and in. Nice. And elevate up. Good. 3 more. Using this to open the chest. Lifting up. Good. Eyes up. Shirley looking straight ahead. A little broader. This is not an easy position, so be gentle with yourself. Last one. Down. Lift and then bring it back down in front. Whew, good. Hello, traps. All righty. All right, everybody, let's go ahead. Come, you all should be standing still. So we're going to try to stretch out those quads a little bit, but we're going to start with the hip flexors and then go into that quad stretch. So hip flexors, left foot forward, right foot back, and take your right hand to your left shoulder. Good. So when we talk about the hip flexors, this is right here in the front of the hips. Have your feet far enough that your knee doesn't shoot forward. So we want this front shin to be nice and vertical. And now here, grabbing onto this outer tricep, you're going to shift your hip forward, squeeze the glute of that right leg, and now use your arm here, the left arm. Pull that right arm around, looking over the shoulder on the left. Take a nice couple deep breaths here. Let's unwind. We're going to do that once more. Kind of rock your hips back. Good. Lift up tall, rock the hip forward, and then gently rotate. I'm going to face this way so I can see a bit more. There you go. Good. Turn the head as well, looking over your left shoulder. And unwind. Come on out. Good job. Walk that back foot forward. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now your left foot back, left hand to the right shoulder, right hand to the back of the left tricep here. Good. Remember to check in with your legs. So we don't want that knee shooting forward on the right. Lifting up out of the hips. Push those hips forward. So it's just a little shift here. Squeeze the glute on that left side. And now grab onto that left arm. Pull yourself around to the right. Squeezing the glute on that left best you can. Good. Let's go one more time. Shifting back. Lifting up tall, shifting forward. And gently rotate. Very good. And relax those arms down, walk it back in. Now you can do that same stretch a second time or quad stretch next. So this is the one that's really tough here. You want to balance, lifting up. If you can grab that foot, that's what we're going for. Trying to pull the heel towards the glute. Yep. Oh, Moose is talking. 10 more seconds. Keep a soft bend in that support leg. Very nice. And 2, 1, release that foot if you still have a hold of it. And swing yourself around, same thing other side. Good balance, grab that foot. Good, pulling the heel towards the glute. Nice. Good, just less than 10 seconds, holding strong. And 3, 2, 1, going to let go of that foot. Fantastic. All right, I want to help open up the upper body a bit more as well. I'm going to move my computer here. I'm going to go towards this tree here. If you have like a wall or a doorway somewhere that you can stretch that upper chest. Let's see if you can see me. All righty. So we're going to bring the elbow up. We're looking to position that arm against. Step your inside leg forward. Make sure you're not arching here, ribs down, and then you're going to lean into it. So you want to feel it in the upper chest here, looking to open. Yep. And now turn away from the side you're stretching. Kind of take that outstretched arm, reaching out, looking over that shoulder. Beautiful. And breathe here. Good. One more breath. And relax that arm. Walk that front foot back, and we're going to go same thing on the other side. So we're going to make good use of this tree. Bring that arm up to about 90 degrees. Anchor that forearm down against your wall. Step the foot forward. We tend to arch here, so we want to pull the ribs in, lean into it, leaning forward, and now turning away. Turning the head as well. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold for about 3 breaths. Good. And when you finish that, come on off. Excellent. We're going to stay at this wall here. I'm going to keep using the tree. Let me adjust this just a little bit. We're going to do our overhead wall stretch. So for this, you're going to place your hands on the wall about shoulder height, maybe forehead height. I'm going to walk my feet back just a little bit. And from here, I'm going to kind of lower my, gotta take my hat off. I'm going to lower my head down just a little bit, kind of lean into it. We're getting a nice stretch for the mid back. So make sure you don't overly arch. Keep pulling the belly in and just lower your chest towards the floor. Yep, walking the feet back, leaning in. Very nice. And now breathe here to where you feel the tension. So mid back, outside of the rib cage. Nice deep breath in on the exhale, maybe a little bit closer to the floor. One more breath. And come on out. Woo. Fantastic. All right, let's meet me back to a seated position. We'll do a couple stretches for the traps and upper neck. We'll call it a day. All righty here. Get my lower seat. All right, we're gonna do our seated rotations for the neck. So sitting nice and tall, you're gonna turn your gaze, you're gonna look over one shoulder, and then you can take two fingers up on the cheekbone, so not over on the jaw, but make sure you're on the cheek, and then just encourage very gently, looking over that shoulder, holding for about 2 to 3 cycles of breathing. And then when you're ready, we'll go the same thing other side. Sitting tall, turn the head, looking with the eyes as well, and then again on the cheekbone, gently encourage a little bit more rotation. In through the nose, out through the mouth, about 3 breaths here. Very good. And then back to center. All right, and then from here, we're gonna get a little bit of lateral rotation. So sitting tall, imagine I'm there with you. I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna grab your ear. And instead of you thinking about dropping your ear towards the shoulder, I want you to think about lifting the ear towards the ceiling. So try to lengthen this side of the neck as you lift that ear up. And now you should feel that stretch in the side of the neck here. Good, holding for a couple of breaths. Good, and then bring the chin back to center. Same thing other side. So again, instead of thinking ear to the shoulder, think about ear to the ceiling. So opposite side, lift the ear up, lengthening the side of that neck as you stretch it out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Very good. Back to center. We're going to go once more to each side. If you want to add a little bit more to it, you can go palm up, lift your hips. You can traction the shoulder back and down. I'm on a step stool, so it's not super comfy on my hand. And then from there, as I pull this shoulder down, I'm still going to imagine lifting that ear up, lowering that down. Good. And now if your right ear is the one lifting up, take your eyes very slightly, try to look over your right shoulder as far as you can. Your chin will rotate up just ever so slightly. Turn the eyes as well. Look over that shoulder. One more breath. And gently unwind. Pull the chin in. Good. Same thing other side. So option to traction the hand, or you can just imagine shoulder back and down. Good. Sit tall, chin in. Ear lift first. So think about now I'm lifting your left ear up towards the ceiling. Good, and now you're gonna gently turn your eyes, lift your chin towards the left. Look with your eyes if you can, if the sun's not in your face, as far as you can into that left part of your ceiling, like you're trying to see how far can I look to the left. 1 or 2 more breaths, and then gradually come out from there. All right, last one, chin to the chest, flexion and extension. So chin in, looking down. Might feel that tension in the back of the neck. And then gently looking up. Good. Back to neutral. We'll go one more time each way. You can give a little overpressure if you want. Chin to the chest. If you overpressure ever so gently, barely touching the top of my head. Can imagine how light would it be if I just tried to balance a nickel or a quarter on top of your head? Barely anything. Good. And release. As we go to look up, you can cross the hands over the chest. Underneath your collarbones, just gently pull the skin down, pull the chin in, and then from there, gently look up. Very good, and back to neutral. All right, and then our final breathing, what we did earlier in the day to release those traps, 3 cycles through. Ready? We're gonna breathe in, elevate, and exhale, pull them back and down. Good. Breathe in, raise up, exhale, retract them back and down. Last time. Deep breath in and smooth breath out. All right, fantastic. Here's a little round of applause. Thank you so much, everyone, and hope to see you next time.